Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Kelly from Mickelson Family Homestead. We just arrived to the Central Livestock Auction in Zumbrota. This is my first time actually being here at the auction. Curtis went with Shayla last time. Now I'm here with Curtis. We are looking to buy some more weathers. Hopefully we can find some.
Hopefully the prices are good.
If the prices are good. They look kind of high online. But
it's negative 20 today.
Negative 20 today, so we should see. Yeehaw! I don't really care for the sheep. Sheep. I'm cold. What is that one?
Oh man, look at his horns.
Oh man, what's up with that?
That means they tried to
debuck him.
Yeah, they tried to.
Hi, buddy.
Dehorn him.
Dehorn him.
Stringer.
Is this your guys' goat? Hey, is this your goat?
No.
I just heard you say hi, buddy.
No. No. What is that one? A Nubian or something?
I don't know. £77. 185 each. It is weird though because look at the tags on them. The tags, like stash and stuff. It's crazy. Guy. One Boer, dark black. This one. Female.
Oh, female. Huh. One day I want a dark colored Boer.
I
don't know. You didn't want those. Curtis is bedded. Curtis did not get that one. It went too high.
The weather. $80.
Oh, you get you guys confused. You look so country like not here. 19, how you go?
What the
3,
heck?
19, 3.
Another one.
Another weather? Two weathers?
Weather's a lead. 92 seconds on the free. Well, bring another way to break. Bring here. I don't bring another money on mine. I don't know another day. I don't know another way to bring another 50, another 20, 380, another man of mine, another 30, another 330, 30 here, 330, another man of 30, 30, 5, 5, 5, 30, 330 each. $105, $150, money's here, $560, $60 fine, $165, $70, $170 there, $75, $75 down there, $175, $75, $175 fine, so $170, $175.
Curtis didn't buy the sheep I wanted.
No, we're not buying a boy.
Look at that guy. It's a nice looking buck. 330. Look at the horns on that guy. What the heck? Yeah, he does. I'd want him just for the horns. Wow. 390 for that guy. That caramel one's super cute.
$100 a piece.
We could have bought those. They were cute. Alright, so we came inside because my legs were freezing, so we decided to have some breakfast. So Curtis has a sandwich, and I got some French toast. So.
Breakfast at the auction.
Look guys, my butter is taking a nappy. We tucked it in. Back to the auction, let's go. Couple more Boer. Oh, yeah, Weathers.
So it's beyond the door, 325, and under the 30, 330, 5, and under the 30, 40, 45, 45, 50, 55, 360, number 60, 565, number here, 365, 565, so 360, 175,
360 a piece. We did not get any Boer Weathers like we have hoped. The prices were too high, but in this part of the video, we're going to Tesmer'S Valley Livestock to go check out their operation and see what they do with all the goats and sheep that they buy.
Hey guys, we're at Tesmer'S Valley Farms Livestock. This is Curtis. This is Emily Tesmer. We're at their farm checking out their whole layout, and you know, I met Kurt at the auction. He's buying goats and sheep, and I just wanted to know a little bit more about it. And we raise them for meat, and let him tell us a little bit about what he does and the benefit and the reason we want to add more sheep and goats to the United States market. I think it's a big market, and we just gotta be part of it.
So in the United States, we still import probably 40% of our sheep and goats into the United States to what we use. In the last 10 years, we probably lost 10 to 20% of our sheep in the United States. So with that being said, we're going to keep a very strong sheep and goat market. Sheep and goats, they kind of go hand in hand. Which is the easier one of the two? A lot of people ask me to raise. I always tell people sheep. I do believe there's more profit in raising sheep than there is in goats. They're easier for lambing. They're better mothers, sheep are most of the time than goats. Your death rate seems to be a lot less with sheep than goats.
That's something I noticed today. The lamb prices are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I seen two Boer goats go through, and they went for around 200. But then I see lambs that are smaller going through for $380, $370 per lamb for a 40-pound lamb, and I thought that was crazy.
Yeah.
Clearly, that's a profitable thing. When a sheep lambs, do you know, is it always a single birth, or is it mostly a twins?
It's
like
more
goats?
common for a sheep to have twins or triplets.
So I mean, at that point, you could get 2. I guess their birthing cycle is probably 5 months like a goat.
Yeah, it's 6, but yeah.
6 months, okay.
Or
So
whatever it is.
in 2, let's see, a year and a half, you could have 2 cycles of twins at over $300 a piece. That's pretty profitable compared to goats, actually.
The thing with the lambs, in the last year, the lamb market really has exploded compared to what it has been.
Okay.
I mean, it has been good, but in the last year, it has gotten really good. Do we expect the prices to stay? With the foreigners and the ethnic groups that we do have, I expect it to stay. Will it stay as high as it is? It's all seasonal.
Yep.
I do believe it will stay very strong.
That's something I've noticed in any of the ethnic holiday times.
Yep.
The prices just skyrocket. I didn't actually know there's anything going on right now, but I noticed the prices are actually high on a lot of stuff.
The reason,
right now, so.
okay, the reason the stuff is as high as it is, the whole market is based off of supply and demand.
Mm-hmm.
So when there's a lot of product around,
Yep.
it's cheaper.
Yep.
And we live in such a climate area where it's 13 below zero outside today.
Yep.
So people don't have babies to sell. A lot of your acreage people, once the water tanks start freezing up, they don't want to keep any more than they have to because they don't want to chip ice and deal with the cold. So they sell them. So this time of year we run out of product. That's why it gets so high.
Okay.
But you get to the spring and into summer, late summer, there's a lot of product around, so the market goes down. So what I encourage a lot of people to do is breed off season. It is hard to do. It takes more work, costs a little bit more, but it is way worth the benefit.
Yep.
Because for simple math, in the middle of the winter, let's say the lamb is worth $2 a pound, but in the summertime that same lamb is only worth $1.50.
That makes sense.
Because there's so many of them around. It's easy to find them.
Yep.
This time of year, you know, Zumbrota, for example, they normally sell 600 to 800 head a week. But in the middle of the winter, they sell 250 to 300 just because the product's not there.
Yep.
That makes
That's something
sense.
we did this year. We tried to go off season because I wanted to have some of our kids ready for the ethnic holidays in the spring. So we kidded in November, December this year, hoping that we'd have that 40, 50 pounder by May,
Yep.
April.
So my
And-
biggest thing, a lot of people shoot for Easter.
Yep.
Easter is not, to me, the greatest ethnic holiday there is. The American Easter has nothing really, to me, to do with sheep and goats. Because I don't eat lamb or goat for Easter.
Yep.
I eat a ham, like most people.
Yeah.
You get the Greek Easter, which is normally a week or two after the American Easter. That is a good holiday. But them holidays want certain things.
Yeah.
You know, a certain size lamb, a certain size goat. Then Ramadan comes in, and Ramadan to me is one of my favorite holidays to buy for because anything goes.
Yeah.
They will buy anything.
They're just looking for available meat,
Yeah.
basically, at that point. Yeah.
And then you come to the Eid holiday. That is another one where they want certain things, certain sizes, certain critters.
And
for
that's
that.
July? What
It
is
changes
that?
every
Okay.
year. This year, I'm not exactly sure. I think it will be mid-July. Every year it moves ahead 10 days.
Okay.
So it will eventually make a full cycle.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Christmas time is another one that works good, but a lot of it is availability to product. A lot of people ask now, like you said, is there a holiday coming is that why the market is so high? It's not, it's just availability of product is why it would be as high as it is.
Do your buyers prefer, so for the meat market side, do they prefer a certain type of goat? Or
Certain places do. Certain places that we'll sell to will only take a Boer goat,
Yeah.
and the next place he was fine killing a dairy.
Okay.
It all depends on what their customer base wants for an end product.
Yeah. And we raise Boer, and some of the people that buy from us are Asian background,
Yep.
and they tell me the difference in their opinion is that long-eared goats taste better,
Yep.
don't have a smell,
Yep, I believe that.
and the short-eared goats have a smell that not all of them really like that much, or is very defined.
It's a more, I would believe on that is an age.
Yeah.
I have some customers that will kill a dairy, your short-eared ones, as long as they don't get their fluff on their head.
Okay.
When they
So
get
they're
their
not
fluff
so
on
old.
their head, they're older. They start urinating on themselves and that
I
type of
think a
stuff.
little bit of it is like your beef cattle.
Yeah.
So you have an Angus compared to a Holstein.
Right.
I mean, it's going to taste different, but people do still eat Holstein
Yep.
cows.
Yep.
So I mean, it's a little bit of what you want, what you can afford, and all that, and it's all.
And in the last 3 years, even go back 5 years, people and the feed companies, because the sheep and goats have gotten such to be a big thing.
Yep.
5 years ago, they didn't have the feed that they have for them now. So they're raising a lot better goat than what they used to.
Yep.
Your dairy goats are way nicer than they used to be because of the feed that they're available to now.
So what percentage of the goats and sheep you buy go to slaughter? Do all of them? All of them go to slaughter? Okay.
All of them.
I don't know if you sold some off in different directions.
No, there's certain times a year when we'll get into a lot of the babies
Yep.
that aren't big enough. We will sell some of them to feedlots to
Okay.
feed,
Yep.
to make for a certain time of the year for a holiday. I will market some feeder lambs to some guys, but 90% of my stuff goes to kill
Okay.
or more. I just encourage anybody, if they could, if they have the resources to raise sheep and goats, to do it.
Yeah, I agree. Like I said before, the reason we started was keeping down the brush and the weeds. I mean, our goats will eat right through a patch of itchweed or
Yeah.
poison ivy or buckthorn or whatever is in front of them,
So
really.
the thing with the goat, a lot of people don't know, is they're actually a browser,
Mhm.
not a grazer.
Yep.
You can turn a goat out in a beautiful yard and they'll act like they're starving to death.
Yeah.
But you throw them in the flower patch, they'll eat them all gone.
Yeah. They love leaves.
Yeah.
They love leaf.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
Yeah.
And they do wonderful, like you said, on them grazing programs.
Yeah. And sheep are more of a grazer. So
Yep,
you
sheep
need
are a
pasture or
Yep.
well, that's good. That's good. All good information. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to tell us about your farm?
If you got any sheep and goats you want to sell, just give us a call.
We'll attach the link for their phone number. And do you have a website or
No.
email, something?
Just a phone number.
Just phone number.
Phone
We'll
number.
give you a phone number if you guys want to buy product from them.
We'll put it in the description below.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one thing we forgot to mention is how long Kurt's been doing this.
We've been buying sheep and goats for about 15 years now, and
And he does it with his dad, Kurt,
my wife Emily.
and his wife, Emily.
That's his dad.
And the team together has been doing 15 years.
Yep.
They got a really nice facility here. The animals all have a nice space. And do you guys actually feed them what you harvest, or do you buy feed in?
We feed mostly what we harvest,
So-
but we will buy feed.
Okay.
Dad feeds them every day.
Yeah.
Dad is very anal about seeing a hay feeder empty.
Yeah.
That is for sure.
Yeah. A happy goat is a full goat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Thanks.
All right, so what they're doing, they're bringing in the animals,
Sorting them out
sorting them out.
from goats and sheep.
Jeez, I'm so cold.
Let it go. Bring me that board, kid. Emily. Lots of sheep and goats
Yeah.
every day. You guys have goats in or?
Yeah. We raise Boer goats for
Okay.
meat.
Yep. You brought some up to the door?
We did not today, but we have. We were looking to buy some wethers today.
I'm a little cold, guys. I'm shivering. So cold.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put them outside the building and then 34.
All right, so huge thanks to Tesmer Valley Livestock. It was a great interview, and we really appreciate them letting us come out to check out their facility. They have a really nice facility. There's a few things that, you know, as a beginner in goats and sheep that we wanted to talk about. First of all, when you buy from anywhere, a private farm or a livestock auction or wherever, every farm carries their own set of diseases. It's kind of like different cultures almost. Each culture is going to have its own common diseases. With sheep and goats, it's the same. Every farm is a little different. When you bring them all together, there's bound to be some terrible ones, some strange ones. So just a reminder, if you buy animals from a farm or an auction or anywhere else, always keep them away from your animals you have for a period of time. I mean, we do it for 2 weeks. Make sure that they're not bringing those diseases to our animals until we know that they're not dying, you know, just to make sure that those diseases aren't crossing into the herd we have. And then even at that point, introducing a few at a time is a good thing because you know how it's going to affect your animals. A disease on one farm might be totally fine and normal, and when it comes to your farm, it could kill your whole herd. So be careful when introducing new animals. If you guys are interested in buying or selling animals, get a hold of Curtis. One more aspect that I learned, I didn't even know this until Curtis explained it to me. So I knew that goats were priced by the head. So when it says $146, that's $146 for the animal. I know beef is by the pound. When you're buying cows, steers, you bid on the animal by the pound. So if you pay $2, that's $2 per pound. Sheep is the same as beef, and I didn't know that. I thought it was, the number was per head, and it's not, it's per pound. So if you got a 300, if it says 300, that's $3 per pound. And if it's a 40-pound animal, you pay 40 times $3. So anyways, I didn't realize that. So the numbers I said earlier are not exact. Probably do your own math on that. But it's a good thing to know, and it's a big learning experience for me. So yeah, it's been awesome, and we really encourage you guys to get into goats and sheep. The market that Curtis talked about, the market in the US, bringing meats into the US from outside the US is kind of a big thing. You have to think about where those animals are coming from. Is it Mexico or China? And 40% of that market is huge. So people that are thinking about getting into it, there's a lot of room for you. I encourage you to try it. I was a little skeptical to get goats, but we had a mess of brush to clean up, weeds and little saplings coming up and just filling in, making it almost impossible to get through our woods and around our property. So we brought goats in for that reason, and it has made a huge help. It actually looks really nice now. And when you put a bunch of goats through a section, you literally won't be able to see it when you begin, and within a few days it just looks like twigs sticking out everywhere. They clean it right up. I think we've had a video in the past showing our experience with that, and it's a huge help to anyone working on a homestead, keeping areas clean, and it feeds your animals for free. There's also a ton of businesses you can do with goats, brush clearing or meat, or who knows, there's a lot of things I don't know about. So appreciate you guys watching, and catch us next time. See ya.